So I've decided to take a different step in my trading career and try to get funded. I've been funded once before, but I ended up losing that account quite quickly because I met the daily drawdown limit, and that's been a problem that has reoccurred with me. Now, I've only done a handful of prop challenges over the past couple of years, but every time I've done a prop, I lose it because of the max daily loss. Anyway, it's occurred to me that using my DCA strategy, I surely should be able to pass a prop challenge very, very easily. But just going back to that risk problem, on my personal accounts, I can handle the risk in the daily drawdown because there's no limits. And I manage my risk very well. But with DCA, you can fluctuate around a 4 to 5% drawdown. So you can see here on the MetaTrader 5 chart, you can see I've been shorting Eurodollar. This is the very typical DCA strategy that I deploy on Eurodollar. I've made videos about it in the past if you want to know about the strategy a bit more. But you can see shorting here, shorted here, built up a short position over here, and I took a quick scalp this morning as well, short. But these positions, as I said, have had to be very, very low risk. So these are the stats on the trading account so far. So we can see, you know, master password's hidden, so I don't think there's any problem with me showing this, I hope. So yeah, you can see I'm on a two-step 50k account. Now the reason it's 50k and not like 100k or 200k is because I wanted to test the limits. I didn't want to buy, you know, spend $1,000 and buy 200k account just to then realize, oh, actually DCA doesn't work, or I need to, you know, I breached a silly rule with DCA strategy I didn't think about. So I just want to test it on a smaller account. Then if I pass it, get a payout, I'll then use that payout to buy a 200k account and sort of just keep snowballing it. But because DCA, the win rate is so high and it can be so successful, as long as I'm using low risk, it should just be a case of churning trades out and letting them run. So you can see 100% win rate. I've got a 1% return, which again, 1% is not the best, especially for the quantity of trades I've taken. So you can see if we go to detailed stats here, total of 11 trades for 1%. Again, not the best, but with low risk, I would say that's completely fine, especially with 100% win rate. So it seems like I could have a roughly around 300,000 with Funded Next, which is who this is with. I also want to get an account with E8. I'm actually not sure what their max allocation is, but I would assume anywhere between, you know, 500,000 and a million from what I've heard. I'm not 100% sure. And then FTMO as well maxes out at around 2 million. So it'd now be a case of just continue to buy accounts, and then I would merge those accounts together and then enter into a scaling program to help scale them into higher accounts. So here you can see my risk management plan and the portfolio plan. So as I said, DCA can be very, very profitable and an amazingly successful way to trade. But the problem is when it can be bad, it can be very, very bad. So I'm going to use the Funded Next account as the main master account because it will already be funded before I purchase an E8 or an FTMO account. So we're going to use this as the main master account. So the lot size I'm using is 0.25. I did a little bit of experimentation going from 0.3 to 0.35 and tried 0.2. 0.25 is the sweet spot to manage drawdown, but also make it possible to actually pass this challenge in a reasonable amount of time. So this will be our 1.0 scale. This will be the main one. So E8, we're going to take a scale of 0.75, making the lot 0.75. And this will be a 200k account. So it will keep the risk lower on the EA account compared to Funded Next. So if I have a bad period on the Funded Next account, the EA account will be a slightly less of a bad time. And that relates also to the FTMO account. This one is half the size. Sorry, this should be 0.50. There we go. So this is half the size of the Funded Next account. And again, I am aware that this is going to reduce the profits, but it's also going to massively reduce risk. I would much rather keep a 200k FTMO account compared to a 50k Funded Next account. So as long as I keep this FTMO account safe, that's fine. This can be the background cash cow that just consistently runs. And then all of these profits will obviously be used, as I said earlier, to continue to buy more challenges with these three firms and increase this capital. So guys, I'm going to keep you updated on this journey, but this is just an introduction. I wanted to sort of vlog it and make sure it's documented somewhere. So maybe we could turn around in 6 months, a year and say, look, we did it. I told you I was going to do it. So again, we'll see. I'm not sure how DCA is going to work long-term on funded accounts because obviously, as I said, DCA can be very volatile. Funded account rules or prop rules can be very strict at times. So I just need to be very vigilant and make sure that I am up to date on new rules or whatever else there is going on. Guys, have a great one. Stay safe. Don't get margin called. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and subscribe. You can join my Discord, 100% free. Link is in the description. Same thing as my Telegram. See you later.